So you chose Longfellow. You ended up in Longfellow. What about Longfellow made you choose Longfellow?
So part of it, so we call it our urban cabin.
It's very appropriate.
Yeah. So, it's pretty small footprint. But it was in a neighborhood that was walkable, that had stuff going on. So we've got, a little restaurant, we've got the little one-screen movie theater, we've got the little garden center up the road. So there was things that we could pop in, see, do. And then it was very accessible, that it's like if we want to pop to downtown, like we've been doing a ton this weekend, it's not that far. And so it felt very easy to live there.
Yeah, you're up and down 55 either way, going to the airport or downtown.
Basically exactly between the airport and downtown.
And you've got Blue Dart Pub at the end of the corner, at the end of the street.
Yeah.
And there's a new place coming in, Lynette, I want to say was the name of the
that
building
they're
right now, across
renovating
kitty
now.
corner from the movie theater.
And then,
Because that place is empty, right?
So they're building something there. It's called Lynette. It sounds like it's going to be like a wine bar and bistro.
Cool.
Nice.
But it's not permitted for dancing. We read the stuff from the city,
Lame.
so don't dance
Like
there.
Dirty Dancing.
I don't know. It was just
Can't
odd.
stop me.
It was really odd. It was like, oh, they're permitted for selling wine and live music, no dancing.
Yeah, you have karaoke, no dancing.
Karaoke, no dancing.
Like,
Yeah, just do little dances.
it's a little chair.
Just getting on
wiggle.
TikTok being like, don't go on that.
Just a little shimmy. Just a little shimmy.
Yeah.
And then Turtle Bread is right on the corner.
And we had lunch at the How when you guys were here.
Yeah,
One of
yeah.
my favorite spots. Yeah, great neighborhood.
But actually, as an interesting comparison, so like we were looking, like comparing it to Mac Groveland, which is just clearly on the other side of the river, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was they were very similar neighborhoods. I would say there was more inventory in Mac Groveland, which when you're doing this over time, it depends on what how much time you have. We felt that in Longfellow, though, we could get better value for our dollar if we were willing to be a little pickier and wait a little longer. Because it was just, if you look at the delta between the two, you get a very similar house in each. It just depends which neighborhood appeals to you. And for us, the premium, that wasn't insane, but it was definitely a slightly different price. And the premium in St. Paul was just not the value we were looking for.
Yeah.
I feel like people who know that the Longfellow, Howe, Cooper areas are awesome, but the Mac Groveland area, I would say, is kind of like the crown jewel of St. Paul. So it's, to your point, the value is lesser there.
Yeah.
Versus Minneapolis, there's more other neighborhoods, I guess, that I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Well, and we're kind of squeezed between the river and the 55 there, and it makes this.
It's right,
it
it's
makes
right
this
over
weird
there.
little pocket.
If you want to go over there, you
fun.
can. Get on
Yeah.
Marshall or go down on to Ford Parkway. And
Yeah. Slightly less height, but it's it's an if you know you know. Specifically Cooper Howe.
I love it. I love it over there.
And we discovered that from our fact finding. When before the trip, I would say Mac Groveland was our number one.
Yeah.
And then after our fact finding, that was when we shifted over to like the Howe Cooper Longfellow.
Cool.
We had an accidental ringer for advocating for Longfellow.
Yes, this is very weird. Go ahead.
Very weird. So we have neighbors in Phoenix that live in our little condo housing development of patio homes that also go back and forth and live in Longfellow. So in Phoenix, they're across the walkway and 6 houses down.
Six doors down.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And here they are across the alleyway and 5 classes down.
That is completely accidental.
Whoa.
Totally not
The biggest
intentional.
thing it does show though is that we pick neighborhoods for similar reasons. We have similar tastes, and they kind of landed there because like this just happened when it landed. We were just like. And these were the ones that were trying to talk us into like the place by Hiawatha. Like, get it.
Yeah.
But so we just accidentally happened to be across the alley.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Crazy. So now you're part-time residents of Minnesota. Is there anything that you dislike the most about Minnesota? You're so buffered from the winter. It's crazy. But
Well, there's interesting differences too. So we were here last year for the state fair, and there was a bit of a heat wave at the time, and everyone was talking about how hot it was and how this was like 100 degrees, unbearable. And Bryce is like, this is fantastic, barbecuing in the backyard. Like
living your best life.
But it's unreasonable to expect a person to be good at both extremely cold and extremely hot. Like that's not a skill set that's reasonable to ask a human to have.
Yeah. So we also just we have more strategy, right? So we're at the state fair. It's 1,000 degrees outside with no shade. So we are going.
It was only 102.
It was 102. Yeah. So we're going. Well, everyone there was acting like it was 1,000 degrees outside. Like, well, we were going from this shaded thing to we're getting this icy, and then we're going in this art building to cool off, and then we're gonna pop back over to the outdoor stuff, and then get the next icy, and then go into the agriculture center. You know, so you just have to like ping and be strategic, but it's something that we're used to doing.
Yeah,
so for us, it's kind of second nature. Like, where's the next shade spot? Where's the next cool down? And then, you know, I think it got to like 2 p.m. We're like, this is peak primetime heat. We're out, you know. Like,
I absolutely love this strategy. Together.
Yeah, where we saw another guy in black jeans, a black sweatshirt, and a wool beanie, and we're like, what are you doing?
Yeah. He literally like looked up and said, "It's so hot," and we were like, "You volunteered for this, my man."
Yeah, what are you cutting weight?
Like, you're right, exactly. Just got a hefty bag on under this.
Yeah,
like.
That's crazy. Yeah, you would not catch me doing that. Yeah. So okay, sorry. What is do you have a least favorite thing?
Oh, so least favorite. Yeah, we don't suffer the winters. I mean, I come up for an ice fishing trip in the middle of winter with family.
I guess the least favorite thing is paying for snow service at a distance.
Yeah, that's new to us.
Because we're not boots on the ground to be able to call and be like, we need you to clear our driveway. So we pay for the luxury of having them automatically be on standby whenever the snow falls.
Yeah.
They're good for the 3 inches of snow we got this winter. But
At the end of March.
Yeah.
No less.
I think if it makes you feel any better, it's rare that they are the ones who make out like bandits like they did last year.
We figured it's a portfolio, but the nice thing is I definitely made sure to like note it. So when a year is brutal and they're like, we're going to have to charge you more, I'm just going to like forward all the receipts from last year and be like, are you though?
Yeah.
Like, you super sure about
I've
that?
prepaid your wear and tear.
Because... You know, I never asked you for a discount during that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a very, very strange winter. But okay, that makes sense.